So what do you do about hand fatigue? You get tired in your hands, and the first thing you think of, I must have more power in my hands, more strength, because I'm tired in my hand and I can't play guitar anymore, so I need more strength. It feels like sprinting when you're running, right? You simply get this acidic feeling in the muscles, and it keeps you from keeping on. So what is the reason for that? Well, most people think it's because I need more strength. It is not because you need more strength. It is absolutely not because you need more strength. It is because, think about it like when you're sprinting. You can only sprint for so long because you're using more energy than the muscles can replenish, right? But when you're running at a pace where you can keep running, then your body is in a constant state of being able to replenish itself and have the muscles work optimally, and you can run a lot longer like that, right? So when we feel hand fatigue, it's not because we lack strength, it's because we're using more strength to produce the outcome or the result than we need to. And that is the reason why, and listen up now, this is so important, is that because what we want to do is we want to reach a goal, right? So let's say I'm practicing, 6 notes on 2 strings, 5, 7, and 9, right? And I want to become really good at that, right? Let's say I'm doing it with legato. So in order to produce those notes, I need accuracy and precision, because I can either choose the way where I'm going for precision, right? So I need to hit the note right on the fingertip. And there's an optimum place there where it's the hardest, and it's the most effective to hit the string that way. And also you hit the string right between the fret wire, right? To get the loudest amount of sound or level of sound. And then you hit it with the fingertips. And if you do that, then you get this clear, crisp sound with 0 effort almost, because you're using accuracy. If I go like a millimeter or just half a millimeter away from that optimum point on my fingertips, or I lay them down like that so I'm hitting them with the soft side of my finger, then how do I produce the same amount of sound, the same level of sound, volume? I use force. I hit the string harder, right? That's a solution. Hence fatigue, right? So the only thing that can replace accuracy and precision is brute force, strength. Let's look at this one. Just another example, just because it's everywhere, right? Let's say you're trying to pick, right? And we know, if you've been looking at my videos or watching all my videos, that there's a difference between alternate picking and speed picking. Alternate picking is this, right? And speed picking is this, right? Right? Where you're picking in the surface. So this would be alternate picking, which is what everybody does. And when we say we want to learn to play fast and we practice like this, which is a disaster, because you're actually not practicing the technique that you want to end up playing, which is speed picking, which is this, which is a robotic playing in the surface of the string. But playing in the surface of the string means that you're actually not picking any deeper than the string itself. So if you're looking at the guitar like this and you see my pick moving along, you can't see the pick underneath the string, because I'm not picking down there. I'm picking in the surface of the string, which gives me almost 0 picking resistance. And the resistance I feel every single time I do a pick stroke is the same. So my brain can go, oh, that's systematic and almost easy, right? Because now I can swing my hand and like this, right? Now just look at this, right? And then I do this. And then the pick is slightly in the way of the movement. So now I got control here, right? But this, I'm talking like this is easy, but the hard part is not moving your hand like that. The hard part is having a persistent, even picking depth. And that is, 1/10 of a millimeter, like 100th of a millimeter, right? It's like, hear that bouncing on top of the string? It's like threading a needle very rapidly, right? So, and we can only practice that by slowing down and then focusing on precision and accuracy. A pick stroke is wrong when it's not in the surface of the string. If you're practicing speed picking, if you do this, and you want to play fast, what the heck are you doing? Right? You want to practice what you want to learn. Duh, right? So if you want to practice what you want to learn, you better do what it is that you want to become good at in every single repetition, right? So that's one thing, of course. We need to understand what the discipline really is, and we don't get that understanding by looking at little close-ups and slow-mos of people who have all kinds of weird habits built into their playing, no matter what a high level they're on when it comes to musicians or guitarists in the industry. How we get to that point is by using logic and physics to determine what is the most optimum way of doing the job, right? And I just did that with the hammer-ons, right? And I just did that with the picking, the speed picking, right? And also, this is a natural movement. This is called pendulum picking, but that's another story. So once we have an accurate, logical, scientific explanation to what is the best way, the most efficient way of doing it, the easiest way of doing it, what is it that we're really trying to do, then the second is that we must focus on accuracy and precision. And the reason why most people, but I've been practicing like that for 2 years, I'm not getting any faster. That's because you're not focused on accuracy and precision. Because when we don't know any better, then we pick the note, right? And say, I succeeded at picking the note. Yeah, but how did you pick the note? Right? What is the criteria of a successful pick stroke, in relation to what you want to achieve? I want to pick very fast, so the only successful pick stroke is this. Because that's the only thing you can do consistently very fast with no force whatsoever. Right? See how this is easy? It takes up no resource. I can do that a whole day without stopping. It's not going to hurt my hand. I can do that for 8 hours in a row without stopping, and it doesn't, because I'm, having fun, just an easy movement, right? I'm not doing, because most people pick too deep in the string and we try to get that up to the speed. I did that too, so I'm not pointing fingers. So when we are focused on accuracy and precision, suddenly we slow way down. We don't think about speed, because what do is we go, no. I'm not trying to hammer on even, right? I'm just fretting the notes incredibly precise, right? The fourth finger was really hard to, to get that kind of, because it's kind of, right? But how do you pull off then? Well, you just remove your finger, but in this direction, right? Right? Once you have accuracy and precision, then speed comes naturally because it's easy. Right? When accuracy and precision is easy, then it's fast. Right? When picking in the surface of the string, using a pendulum movement like this. Right? This is natural. I'm twisting my hand like that, and when you can apply that to a string in the surface, then all you need to do is sync it with this by using accents. Right? So really, we can get very practical on this with every single part of guitar playing. But this is the main mistake. This is the huge mistake that we all make. That we try to push for speed because we're used to that. Everything you do intuitively is by definition unproductive. Because you are a caveman or a cavewoman by nature. You're good at, throwing spears, running fast, becoming good at things that you become good at by trying to do it harder or faster, right? This is out of your complete zone, right, of learning. So you have to use your adaptability as a human being, which is a superpower, right, that we all have, to adapt this creature to playing something as delicate as the guitar. And in order to do that, you have to go away from the intuitive strategies and say, I just need to do this faster, or use more force, and then go from the caveman strategy, cavewoman strategy, and then to a delicate precision and accuracy strategy. And when you do that, you naturally slow down. I never, ever, not as a rule, but because I know this and I've experienced the progress I make when I do this, I never practice above 50% of my performance speed. So when I'm practicing something new, right? When I'm practicing a thing like that, I would go, right? It's below 50%, right? And if you're starting out, you might want to go. If you have a metronome clicking in the background, it can be like a meditation, right? Just on and on and on. And once you're good at it, you can do it in front of the TV. Just keep on doing it. Right? With a total focus on precision and accuracy. And it works. And if it doesn't work for you, if you don't think it works for you, then you're not focused on precision and accuracy. You're using too much force. See, we started with hand fatigue because that's a sure sign that you're trying to compensate for lack of accuracy by, right, by doing by doing the things harder, right? So I'm not really hitting the string right. I'm not really hitting it accurately. So I can always just hit it harder. Then it'll work, right? It doesn't work. So hope that makes sense. And I hope to see you in the next video here on YouTube.